Seems like people want the I don't know. It's pretty clear that we want Phoenix to win. The last time we saw Phoenix versus Green Devotion, Green just like stomped Tom over there. I think it's likely we're gonna get Phoenix versus Heroic in the finals. I also agree. How is that matchup, Darth Jason? Is like Phoenix just like super favored in versus Heroic? I would assume so. Looks like Green Devotion is mulliganing pretty hard. Game one is usually pretty free for Green, but for Phoenix, it can look. Yeah, if Green mulligans pretty hard here, it could be bad for him. But usually in game ones, Greens are very favored. If you take a look at Westcott's sideboard really quick, where'd the deck list go? Did I leave the deck list somewhere? I did leave the deck list on the table. So I have missed a lot here, honestly. Valkyrie is over at 18 at this point. Yeah, the elf was killed on turn 1. And this is not looking too great. Yeah, Greg is playing a version with a copy of 4 portable holes in the sideboard. Jeez, that's a lot of portable holes, my man. Things are happening here. Let's see if Greg can find a land off this Othaness. So this is gonna be a pretty important decision. Did he whiff? Oh, how do you even do that, dude? How does that even happen? Poor Greg. That is brutal. Just like wasted that Othanessa. All right, Greg, find the land. Come on, dude. This time for sure. Yeah, there's been a few people who've already played twice. We got the same Spirits player both times. I think that's the only person who we've had on twice. All right, come on, Greg. Show me the land. Show me the land. Shouldn't be too hard. There she is. There's the snow-covered forest. Beautiful. Plays snow-covered forest and just says go. He doesn't have anything else to do with the 2 mana. We'll see if Greg's turn 5 is going to just be a Cavalier. That's going to be pretty likely here. The glare is stopping me from seeing any of Valkyrie's cards. Yeah, it looks like a consider. He does have a land. No shock though. I still can't tell what that land that is. Oh, that is tough. All right, Greg, play the land, play the Cavalier. Show me what you got, boss. Looks like he's playing this on white in order to play around Karn downtick, like finding a Karn. Oh, he just says go. Interesting. Let's take a look at Valkyrie's list. See how many copies of Spell Piercer in his deck. 2 Spell Piercer in his main deck. Okay, 2 Spell Pierce means that okay. So he just like played a land and cast Cruise and said go. So if Greg now has a Storm, he gets to cast it. Damn, that's pretty good. Let's see if Greg has a land plus Storm here. Doesn't look like it. If you're starting off with an elf, playing an elf and say go, yeah, Greg must have a Storm here, but just doesn't have the 6 mana source to cast it. This elf is most likely not long for this world. That's just a Spell Pierce, man. That's pretty brutal. Pay 3 mana to find a Spell Pierce. Valkyrie did fill up their graveyard, but not much else happened this turn. Let's see if Valkyrie is able to hold open, like, is able to kill the elf. Yeah, it looks like Valkyrie definitely has a copy of, what's the card called? Spikefield Hazard. So it looks like, yeah, Valkyrie's going to go down to 16, shock that in, Spikefield Hazard the elf, most likely, and then hold up a Spell Pierce. Yeah, Greg did get pretty unlucky this game. Both players are getting pretty unlucky with their draws. Greg not able to find the mana source. Valkyrie just like hitting pretty poorly off of these pieces of the puzzle. So Greg starts this turn with a tap land. What does this mean? Greg has 2 cards in hand. What are those cards? If it's a Storm, you gotta just jam here, dude. Like, obviously there's a Spell Pierce. I'm also a bit confused why Valkyrie didn't just kill the elf. It's kind of strange. All right, yeah, so Greg just jams a storm into it, but Valkyrie doesn't end up killing the elf in the end step, so there's still an elf in play. I guess Valkyrie wants to try to find a phoenix in order to bring it back, and they're planning on using the Spyfield Hazard to bring it back, which is kind of interesting. You don't usually see that type of play from spirits. You just want to like kill the creatures while you have the option to, without giving your opponent's mana. Yeah, now we see a removal spell on the elf, but nothing before. Valkyrie's still holding open 2 mana. If they have another spell pierce, they can get like another storm. But like I suspect Greg just has another storm. He just jams here. Valkyrie probably doesn't have another spell pierce and just get to put some things into play. All right, let's find some nice things. I see one Cavalier. I see a Nissa. Sorry, not a Nissa, a Kiora. If he goes Cavalier Kiora, ooh, Cavalier Teferi is pretty good. There's a trigger there. Let's see if nope, no killing the Teferi in response. Ooh, hit the land off of the Cavalier. That's awesome. Yeah, Teferi's going to be good here. Teferi can generate 2 mana here. He can untap the Caryatid plus something else. Yeah, untap Caryatid plus land and generate 3 mana. Generate 2 mana. We'll see if Greg has anything else to do this turn. I think I saw a Old Growth Troll. Yeah, it's just a troll. Pass the turn. Greg looks to be empty-handed, so if Valkyrie has a way to deal with this Teferi, this game is not over. But if Valkyrie doesn't deal with the Teferi, Greg gets to downtick Anticipate. Like, he's digging 4 cards for action here. Okay. Yeah, he's digging 4 cards for some action, and it's looking kind of tough. Farewell, that would be a nice one here. Farewell. It wouldn't deal with the Teferi, but it would get mostly everything else. I think it exiled the graveyard as well. All right, so basically what we're saying from Greg's point is if there is a Nykthos on top, he wins the game. That is how this works. I mean, like, oh my god, I fucking called it. Sorry. Swear jar number 4. There's the Nykthos. He gets to activate Nykthos, add, that's going to be 6, 8 mana, and then untap Nykthos plus Caryatid with the Teferi. Tap it again for some mana. I've lost track of how much mana this is. This is just absurd. Flashback 1 Storm. I would not be surprised if he's able to flashback the second one as well. Yeah, dude, I am prophetic right now. Looking at 5 cards, anything nice? We see 2 cards being milled and just like some Breeding Pool and some Temple Gardens. All right, how much mana does Greg have at the moment? I don't know how much he has floating. I would be surprised if he's not able to cast this Storm the Festival flashback from the graveyard. Yeah, this is actually a recorded event, guys, and I'm not doing this live. There is actually no one behind me right now. I am just like in a green screen room in the basement of my basement. So nothing is real. I gotta stop with this joke. This is too much. Yeah, so I think Greg's gonna go ahead and just like... Did he just pass? Is that what's happening here? He hasn't, like, Valkyrie hasn't... Wait, did Greg not attack? What happened here? I'm confused whose turn this is. So Valkyrie's going to go ahead and Spikefield plus Lava X the Cavalier, which exiles it. He loses some devotion, but Greg's still now able to attack for, it looks like just 4 points of damage here if he wants. So now Greg untaps here. How much mana does Greg have is the question. He's able to generate a bit of mana, and it's probably going to be enough to flashback a Storm. Is Valkyrie scooping? No. Okay. I could have sworn Valkyrie was scooping that one up. Is Nykthos an activated ability? It is an activated ability, but it's an activated ability of a land, so he's not able to respond with it. I believe what Teferi is an activated ability, and I'm pretty sure Valkyrie responded to the Teferi, not to the Nykthos. And that was a not great Cavalier. It was an Elf and a Haven. That's not great. Like, obviously, Greg is still pretty much presenting lethal here. He has Valkyrie's down to 12 points at this point. I think Greg is at 18, actually. I think Greg shocked in a breeding pool. So Greg is still presenting lethal. He has at least, I believe it's going to be, this is 16. That's 4, 8, 12. It's actually 14 points worth of power. So Greg's presenting lethal. Valkyrie's got to do something. Playing a creature isn't good enough. Teferi can just tap down the creature. Valkyrie plays multiple creatures, and that might be good enough. Is that a Galvanic iteration? Does this mean Valkyrie has the Time Walk? If Valkyrie has the Time Walk here, this could get pretty ugly. How many Time Walks does Valk have in their deck? Valkyrie has 2 copies of Temporal Trespass in their deck? Yeah, that is a Time Walk. Nice. All right, so Valkyrie gets 1 additional turn. Untap draw. And Valkyrie has yet another Time Walk in their hand. Ooh, so if Valkyrie is able to deal with this Cavalier somehow, this game's looking pretty decent. Go ahead and discard a Phoenix. Yeah, trigger there. All this looks pretty nice. Just like, obviously rips another Phoenix to discard to the Shredder. That's sweet. Bins a 3rd Phoenix? Did I see that right? Was that a 3rd Phoenix bind to the... Whoa, that was insane. There are some birds in this house. So Valkyrie needs to cast 1 more spell here in order to... Ooh, I like that line. There's putting the 3 damage marked on the Cavalier means he's able to attack, and anything blocking this Cavalier is going to end up becoming like Cavalier down. And then Valkyrie next turn just gets to cast yet another Time Walk. So, yeah, Greg goes to 9 and... Yeah, Greg goes to 9 and he has an additional turn. He has like multiple additional turns. I just don't think Greg has a way to win this game. Phoenix ended up taking game 1 against the... Unless I did my math wrong, I'm pretty sure he's dead here. Yeah, Greg should be at 9 unless I did my math wrong. Looks like Greg... Oh, I did miss the Teferi untap, so Greg's actually at 2 right now. Sorry about that, but there's an additional Time Walk coming into play, so we get to untap, draw, and attack Valkyrie for a lot of... Yeah, we get to attack Greg for a lot of damage here. 4th Phoenix, might as well, right? Cool. All right, so Valkyrie ended up taking that game 1. Taking game 1 as a Phoenix player against Mono Green is insane. As Jason was talking about a little bit, Phoenix is heavily unfavored game 1, and then pretty favored game 2 and 3. So Valkyrie must be feeling really good moving into these post-board games up a game. If we take a look at Greg's sideboard, he has nothing in particular for this matchup. Like, obviously he has a Hearse and a Crypt, but that's really it out of the board. For he does have 4 copies of Portable Hole, which means Karn is able to deal with the thing in the ice and the Shredders pretty effectively. But other than that, Greg doesn't have very much to fight Valkyrie. Let's see what Valkyrie's sideboard looks like, though. I think it's pretty similar to the sideboard that we saw before. It is not actually. It's a little different. It's going to be 1 Aether Gust, 1 Anger of the Gods, 1 Lava Coil, and 3 Stroke. It's not the 4-stroke plan that we saw Tom Strong enact in round 2, but it's still going to be pretty decent. And then obviously combined with the 2 Spell Pierce in the main deck of Valkyrie's deck, Valkyrie should be able to have enough permission to stop what Greg is doing over there. Oh, I totally misspelled Greg's name. It's not LaDestro, it's LaDestro. That's kind of funny. Sorry, Greg. I love you, my man. Yeah, this was a pretty absurd turn. My paid actors are the best. Thank you, thank you. I did have to pay them a little bit of money to do these weird plays that you see, but it ended up working out. It ended up working out in the end. We got some sweet gameplay to watch. Paid actors are always great. The Destro sounds better. Don't tell him that, dude. Oh no. I'm gonna get canceled by my friend. Greg the Destro would be the best profile name. I believe his at on Twitter is the Bestro. That's a good name. Yeah, so Greg's gonna be on the play for game two, and I don't know, he's gotta feel pretty bad walking into this one. Not able to close game one against the Phoenix deck was pretty bad, and immediately taking a mulligan. It's not great. Let's see if Valkyrie wants to do the same. Ooh, we see he showed us his hand, but I appreciate it. I only saw a few cards. I saw like a Spire Bluff Canal. I saw a removal spell. I saw Shredder. I'm gonna assume that hand's really good. It's so gas. I, I appreciate it for sure. All right, yeah, Greg's going down to 6. This is tough. Let's see if he can find one that he likes. Yeah, there we go. All right, Greg, lead us off with an elf. Lead us off with an elf, my friend. Ooh, no elf. All right. Ooh, just a Wolfalo Haven. Valkyrie did not end up having the Spell Pierce here, which is really good for Greg's plan. One of the plans that we see the green decks enact a lot is not having any creatures for the Phoenix deck to kill. And it seems like Greg did end up probably mulliganing, bottoming a elf and kept a hand that relied heavily on this Wolfalo Haven. Like, yeah, obviously the Shredder early is a bit of a problem, but Greg has uninteractable mana sources. If Greg's able to land something like a Kiora or a Karn, this is going to be really good for him. Obviously, if we see Kiora into Troll, this is going to be really nice. Thank you for the Prime sub, Atomic Atomizer. There we go. I finally figured out how to read that name. Appreciate it. Appreciate the support, boss. Yeah, so that's a Kiora into, that is so much mana. Valkyrie has to deal with this Kiora this turn. Either that or he has to have like interaction for whatever Greg is planning on doing here. It means Valkyrie can't like trigger the Shredder this turn, or else he removes all interaction for whatever Greg's doing. I believe Greg is going to be at 18 here off of that shock. That is the only way to cast all of those Havens this turn. We see 3 mana into a Pieces. Yeah, all right, what do we see off this Pieces? We see Stroke and Gust. Yeah, okay. So Valkyrie's basically telling Greg here, you need to kill me now, or you're dead. It's as simple as that. And going at the face instead of the cure makes a bit of sense. Like, this game's going to be over pretty quickly. Valkyrie does need to pressure Greg's life total. It's a Nykthos. Nykthos adds a bit of mana, but that forest adds more mana than the Nykthos. So if Greg wants to generate mana, he's got to untap the forest instead. Let's see if we can get an Elvish Mystic. Is Greg empty-handed now? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no! Greg's empty-handed! Look, Ma, no hands! Oh, Greg, don't do this. Yeah. This is not looking good. Obviously, Greg deciding not to crack the Wolfalo Havens, because I don't know. This is just with the double counter magic that Valkyrie has. As long as he holds up a counter spell for the rest of the game, it's just gonna be so hard for Greg to do anything. I think Greg's game plan is that Valkyrie just messes up. That's like really it. Getting down and dirty for 2 points of damage and probably just passing the turn, honestly. Yeah, looking not great for the home team here. Sorry, Valkyrie. I'm a mono green gamer myself, so Greg is the home team at this point. And I know none of my chat agrees with me, but I am a mono green gamer. But Greg knows about the cards in Valkyrie's hand. This is not looking great. And the bird is pumping on each ETB. Yeah, I think so. Like, if Greg presents a threat, he goes like Disdainful Stroke plus Consider, and you trigger the Shredder, and it's really good. Your wishes were heard, Mono Green being wrecked? Yes, that is exactly what's happening here. Mono Green is being stomped at the moment. Hit with the elf for 1. Oh, obviously you smack with the elf. Valkyrie's down to 19 points. Let's go. I can respect the hustle for sure, for sure. What does Valkyrie have? Probably just a Jota course. Ooh, just another Phoenix. Yeah, okay. All right, so basically telling Greg you have like 2 turns. Do your worst, right? That's all that's going on here. Play another elf. What's Greg's last card? Could be another Nick though. So that's like a pretty decent reason as why he wouldn't be playing it out here. As a black green enjoyer, you love seeing Phoenix get blown out. That is also true. Yeah, damn. The Shredder did stop the elves' attacks. That's kind of tough. All right. I mean, how does Greg actually win this game is the question. I don't know. Yeah, so just attacking for 3, put him to 11, and looks like he's saying go. All right. Oh, that is not life total. Life total should be at 11. There we go. Beautiful. What is Greg doing here? His hand could be at Teferi. This is the first time he's had a blue source. That would make some sense, but like, does Valkyrie care about Teferi? That's the real question here. I think the answer is yes. I think you can go ahead and stroke the Teferi. That makes a lot of sense. Oh, yeah. Get in for that 2 points of damage. Down to 17. You'd love to see it. At what point does Greg decide that he wants to start cracking these Wolfwillow Havens? That's a real question here, folks. Greg has access to 6 Devotion, 7, 8, 9, 10. He has 10 mana open. He could double crack 2 Wolfwillow Havens. Or he can, like, activate Kiora, untap the forest, and then tap out to crack 3 and create, like, 3 wolves. The issue is that leaves Greg with no devotion, so if he draws a payoff, he's dead. But, like, it's not like that matters. Valkyrie has double interaction piece for Greg's spells, so it's not like anything Greg top decks will matter in time. Yeah, this is definitely a poetic game of how the mono green deck works. Yeah, he goes ahead and cracks all of those, gets 3 wolf tokens. Oh, I mentioned it before. Those wolf tokens are clearly the best wolves in the game. Those are definitely their pronouns. I think it's they them. Not 100% sure. I should know. They are like regularly in the stream room and in my Discord. I definitely should know that, but I'm pretty sure it's they them. Yeah, so Valkyrie is able to start this turn by probably triggering the Shredders. Oh, they Ensip activated the Sekenzin. So there's currently 2 blockers. That's gonna halt the wolves' attacks for a while. What is that? That's a strangle on a wolf, I would assume. It's a bit hard to tell. Don't know where it's targeting. Valkyrie does get to trigger the Shredders, though. One of them stays a 2/4, the other one becomes a... Oh, sorry. Yeah, one of them stays a 1/3, the other one is a 3/5. So Valkyrie is able to attack at Greg's face, put him down to 7. And I think next turn, Greg is going to die unless he finds something good here. Don't know what Greg's hand is if it's not like anything relevant. Just a land. It's not looking good, folks. Be able to get in for, this is 6 points of damage, but clearly this race is not being won by Greg. He has to find something. Like, could be a Cavalier, could be anything, but like, there's an Aether Gust. What can he find? There's nothing, right? At least they're nice forests. Yeah, they definitely are some nice forests. I'll give you that one. Is this a Time Walk card? Oh, this is a Treasure Cruise card. Starting with a cruise. Not bad. 1, 2, 3. Alright. This is... If you can find... Oh, that's a extra turn spell. If Valkyrie finds a Phoenix, this game... He has lethal. And there's... Yeah, so Valkyrie's going to go ahead and demolish Greg's board here. Lightning Axe discarding a land, kill the elves. Yeah, Greg understands. This game is over. Yeah, Greg not having a payoff for that cure was backbreaking. Even though Greg, like, literally never drew a payoff. That was, like, pretty tough.